What's going on, guys? Whoa, my God, is it dark? There we go. And welcome back to another video. Today is going to be a great day because we have some more modifications for the good old Minimax. We're going to be tapping into something that I've never done on a vehicle before. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. You know, I just looked over and saw a farmer out plowing his field, and I also just read a study saying that farmers have the longest on average life expectancy out of all occupations. Kind of interesting, but I can kind of see why, because has anybody ever been on a tractor before? There's just something about operating heavy equipment that is just really therapeutic. And the fact that you just kind of get to drive around in awesome tractors in a field where there's nobody around, because where there's no people, there's no problems. Anyway, I just looked over and I don't know, I kind of felt a sense of peace. Has anybody felt that way before? Or am I just really weird? Probably the latter, but it's all right, I accept it. And another video where I'm driving a very clean truck, freshly washed, of course, and it's starting to rain. What's up with these small rain squalls lately? I don't get it. That's how they say it works, I guess. Oh well. It is kind of cold today for a spring day, so we had the new Minimax heated seats rocking and rolling, and my oh my, do they keep the ace warm on the lower back. Plus, it's a good day for me to try out some new products. I'm thinking about bringing some new hoodie colors to the site, this being one of them. Unfortunately, though, they would be limited release, because I feel like if I like the product, you guys are gonna like them too. I always wear them for an extended period of time before I release them onto the site, because I gotta make sure that these things are quality. Hopefully we can beat the rain. Whoa, here we go. Music to my ears, boys. This guy's not on a tractor, but he's on a tow-behind rig. I guess it's peaceful if you like the smell of horse poop. Welcome back to the shop, guys. It's still a little bit of a mess in here from when we installed the airbags on the LML just in the previous upload. I tend to get really caught up in things, and then I always come back here and I'm like, man, now I have a freaking crazy mess to clean up. But I want to thank you guys for all of your support and your entries into the 2007 LBZ DURTYMAX giveaway. DDG number 2, Dream Diesel giveaway number 2. There will be a DDG number 3. It's just I'm not going to announce those details quite yet, as we have a lot of really exciting news up and coming for this thing, as all of the entries have been submitted to the sweepstakes agency. They are reviewing them. Generally, it takes about 7 to 10 business days for them to get a winner randomly selected, however they do that process. This is the legal firm that I'm referring to, and then they will contact the winner to make sure that they accept the prize. So make sure that you don't decline any phone calls from New York, as that's where it would be coming from, and be sure to check your email. They will go phone call first, but email as a second resort. Always check that spam and junk folder as well. The DURTYMAX dually is going to be going to one of you very soon, and I couldn't be any more excited about finding out who it is. I'm so grateful for all of your support, especially with the brand enthusiast, and we are making dreams a reality, as our mission is to obviously make passion as a priority and to empower you to let you do more of what drives you. At the end of the day, we all work to play, and some of us work very hard, but we can't play at this level. That's why I want to give back to that level, so that way you guys can take a little bit of what I do on a day-to-day basis. So we got to get this truck out, the Minimax in, and then we are going to jump into that box right there today. Plus, I got to clean some of this stuff up, which is kind of going to suck. I don't like cleaning up. My wife knows all about that. So today, guys, we are digging into this box of peanuts right here. Oh, sketchy, sketchy, sketchy. Here we go. There we go. If you guys can recall the video where I picked up my new trailer, in the beginning of that video, I took the Minimax over there just to do some dry fitting on another comparable trailer. Anyway, in the beginning of that video, I asked you guys about your audio recommendations, and you guys literally surprised the ever-living hell out of me with all of your suggestions. Now, there was literally an overwhelming amount of comments and feedback and engagement from you guys on that video, and I love it. I read through pretty much every comment that I could, and what I got out of it was, well, I was really overwhelmed. There was a ton of suggestions, a ton of brands, a ton of different directions to go. I don't even know what to do. So in some of those recommendations, you guys had suggested Crutchfield. So Crutchfield, not a sponsored ad, they just do audio stuff. They really know their shit. So I decided to consult with an expert, and that's exactly what I did. And they ended up hooking us up with what we're gonna get into today and what we're gonna install here shortly. So the objective of today's video is to just upgrade the sound system in the Minimax to basically be a little bit better. I'm not looking to have like the best system in the world, not looking to break the windows or rattle my neighbor's house when I fire the audio system up, but I wanted an improved audible experience because I am a big fan of music, all types of music, and well, I can't connect my Spotify from my phone to the truck right now, and the speakers in this thing, I mean, to be brutally honest, suck. I like quality. Both of my LBZs had Bose sound system. My 2015 has a Bose sound system, and something that I don't like stepping down from in the Minimax, to me, is an overall driving machine, performance and comfort and everything else in between. Well, the sound system is something that it was really slacking on. So let me show you guys what I picked up. So hopefully we can get everything out without making a total mess. I hate these peanuts. Ugh, damn peanuts, these things go everywhere. Oh, it's possible, all right.
Whole bunch of goodies.
And we didn't get any peanuts anywhere. Wow, remarkable performance, Jack. So for a head unit, we went with something that's pretty run-of-the-mill. It's definitely far better, I mean, worlds better, galaxies better, universes better than what we have in the truck right now. It's a Sony XAV AX1000. Literally saw this on Crutchfield as the top #1 seller. It has Apple CarPlay. It's made by Sony, which is a brand that we all love and trust, for the most part at least. And it's got this like 6-inch touchscreen, USB plug here, aux plug there, and the volume control button, which is something that I wanted. We can get into that more once we get it installed. In terms of speakers, we've got the door speakers here. These are 6 3/4 kickers. Guys, I'm not an expert when it comes to speakers, but after talking with the consultant at Crutchfield, I wanted something that would fit the bill, not be over the top, and get me an improved audible experience. He said that these kickers are great, and if you're comparing them to like the Bose sound system in my LML, which I was kind of comparing it to as a baseline, he said that these are about 1 or 2 ticks better in a scale of 1 to 10. He said the Bose in my truck, you know, in audible comparison, I guess, you know, the guys that really know their stuff would rate that like a 3. These are like a 5. And to me, that's really all that I was looking for. I didn't want anything crazy. So these are the C-pillar speakers. These are the door speakers right here. They got some weight to them too. Got some insulation. And then we've got all of our wiring harnesses and adapters. That's, I guess, the pretty cool thing of ordering through Crutchfield is they include everything that you need rather than having to piece it together for people that are audio inept, kind of like me, not all that strong with it. They make it really easy. I also did order from them their, they call this thing the Ready harness. So it's basically a plug and play. You can see they went in and did like all the connections and whatnot for me, so I can just plug this damn thing in and hopefully have some music at the end of the day. Plus we've got the trim kit here so we can mount and double in and all that good stuff. So I didn't go with an amplifier or a separate sub because, well, we're dealing with a single cab here and I'm already extremely limited on space. Plus the amperage that this head unit provides is way better than what that truck provides factory, and you kind of have to walk a fine line with wiring because the door speakers in these trucks, the gauge of it can only handle so much power or demand, if you will. Now, I won't be maxing any of that out here. So I know that that's a lot of information, and that's about all that I know in terms of technicalities, but what we do need to do is we need to jump right on into the truck here and basically get the install started, as I want to be able to have a truck that has high quality sound here at the end of this video. So without further ado, let's get the process started. So cool. It sounds so good. Let's keep going. Wow, I feel like I'm in a tanning salon right now. All right, guys, so we got this side, the driver's side of the Minimax installed with the new kicker audio. I hope you guys enjoyed that little install segment that we did there. Some cinematic coverage is always healthy. The passenger side is still stock, and the driver's side is the kicker audio. And another thing that changed is the door chime. It's actually way more pleasing. So we'll close that, and what we'll do here is basically just browse between the left and the right side faders of the truck, and then hopefully that'll give you guys like an idea. I have no idea how this is actually going to come through. This is a first for me, and it's going to be a first for all of you. It handles it really well, and then we go to the right. You can hear it doesn't. word for it. Just trust in the fact that these have made a significant improvement. So I've got the passenger side that I still need to complete, but it took me probably about 35 to 40 minutes to do both the door panel and the C-pillar on this truck. Everything was plug and play. You just have to basically screw some holes to mount up the speakers, as the stock casements do not work with the kickers because they're way thicker, than the stock ones. So it doesn't take too long, and everything plugs and plays. Everything that I need here looks like a nightmare, but it was all available, which is awesome. I'm telling you what, if you need an improved audio experience when you're driving your truck, this might be the one for you, and it's way under $1,000. So let me finish up here, and then we'll catch up right after. God, it sounds so good. You know what, guys? Surprisingly, these hit really hard for not having an aftermarket bass or an external bass, subwoofer, call it what you will, and an amplifier. So you guys can see I got the, well, first of all, whole truck back together except for my glove box here, but that's another story. I've got Apple CarPlay here up right now, which is pretty rad. I've never experienced this before, but I am excited about Apple CarPlay in the 2020 Denali when we can get one. Hopefully the order allotment comes up here in June sometime, as I do have an inside connection at GM, and they were saying somewhere around June, the beginning of June, you'll be able to place an order for one. But for the time being, in the Mini-Max, we just gotta kind of make do with something aftermarket, but it's pretty legit. Home button here, you got a selection of things. I don't really know how else it works other than that. You got maps, which is kind of cool. You can go in here, Spotify, now playing, blah, 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 blah. And if you don't want to do that, you can just go out here to the hardwired connection and do Bluetooth phone, auxiliary port right there. You do have your auxiliary button, which is nice for volume. I like that rather than like touchscreen. And yeah, you can do like radio and all that stuff too, which is pretty awesome. Sirius XM. It's a pretty nice setup. I don't know if I'm going to keep it hardwired because I kind of like the wireless connectivity. I am really satisfied with how all of this turned out. I'd say overall ease of installation, a 3. Anybody can do this as long as you have a drill and some drill bits, because you kind of have to pilot some holes to mount them up, as I showed you guys that the original brackets did not work. But in terms of cost, how much did I pay? Out the door, I paid $550 for that entire setup. So 4 speakers and the head unit. The head unit was about, I don't know, $300 of that. And then I think the speakers were about like $85 or $90 per set, which really isn't all that bad. Now, I don't know the reputation of Kicker in the kind of, let's just say, world of audio. I'm sure that there's a lot of other really good ones, but I don't really care all that much. I just wanted to be able to do exactly what I was doing. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride, and some really high quality audio. And I really was determined to set the truck up inside to have a pleasing experience for way less than $1,000. That's exactly what I did. So I wanted to make this video to show you guys that you can, in fact, hook your legacy DURTYMAX up with quality audio on the inside without completely breaking the bank. And plus, you get rid of this old brick right here. I think the only thing that I'm gonna do with this, because I don't even wanna sell this to anybody, that's where that's gonna go. And the nice thing about going through that website I mentioned is that they have all the expertise to tell you what will and won't work as a direct plug and play. It's connected to my audio. That's pretty cool. So now the Mini-Max is really taken shape, and I couldn't be any more happy with my first audio improvement, call it what you will, project. Now, the other module that was behind the radio that was unused, we kind of shoved it back there, is actually for steering wheel controls. So that's another thing that I plan on doing to this truck, just to kind of really touch on all of the different little things inside. We've now got the fog light, we've got upgraded head unit, we've got the full leather seats with heated and memory seat and power seat and all that, lumbar support, blah, blah, blah. We've got the full center console. We've got an upgraded head unit now. And the last but not least is going to be those steering wheel controls. That way I have functionality to kind of cruise through the songs right here rather than reaching right over there. So I did just get to drive around for a little while and did a kind of quote unquote shakedown on the truck, and it feels absolutely amazing and sounds even better at that. Nothing's really loose or rattling or vibrating. I also got the glove box back and installed. There was a bracket that was on the previous dash piece that was for the bench seat, which I had forgotten to take off. Now that's there, but I'm still missing this little access panel right here for the driver's side fuse box. And I mulched, as you guys can see. Spring cleaning at its finest. Now, another thing I wanted to show you guys, if you hadn't seen the upload, I actually went ahead and installed some Firestone airbags to help level suspension when this truck is towing just the other day, and I couldn't be happier with them. I wanted to give you guys a small update to let you know that A, I have not towed with them yet, but I have in fact put a good amount of miles on just driving them around, and everything seems to be working and everything seems to be tight as it should be. I'm super stoked with these things, and I cannot wait to hook the gooseneck to this trailer to see how it does. Now, we should be able to get this thing out to tow here relatively shortly, because I need to get you guys and the Mini-Max back to a dyno so we can do a post-turbo and injector run to see where the numbers compare to what it was on its stock turbo and stock injectors with the 10 mil pump when we brought it to Race Fever Motorsports just a few months ago. Wow, it's crazy. It's already been a few months. I can't believe it. But I think that's gonna be the cherry popping moment for the trailer to actually go on somewhat of a voyage, which should be pretty fun. I don't know if you guys all live in neighborhoods or not, but it seems like all the neighbors always come out at the same time to cut their grass. Am I supposed to do that too? I don't get it. I need to live on acreage somewhere. Very grateful for the house, but space can be somewhat of an issue. These speakers are just too sick. I'm loving it. What is a trip on the vlog without stop at our favorite destination, which is the Sheets that's conveniently here. And actually the prices are decent here. What are you guys paying for fuel right now? Right now, PA, $3.39 a gallon, but this place is always just a little bit less than some of the surrounding local robbery stations. So drop a comment below. I'd like to know what you guys are paying too. I'm here often, so I'm always watching those gas prices. I know you guys give me a little bit of flack for the matte black wheels and the chrome caps, but I'll tell you what, they actually really grew on me. I am super stoked, as a matter of fact, with how they came out, just because it's different. Different is good. Guys, speaking of being on the move, you know that I'm doing Galat Motorsports Park in Benson, North Carolina on Memorial Day weekend, and July 13th, I will be at the Keystone State Diesel Nationals, which is at the Renaissance Fairgrounds in Manheim, PA. But to my subscribers that are local and somewhat in the area, what other events for dirt drags are you guys attending? I'm not really looking for sanctioned stuff. I just kind of want to bring the Mini-Max out and have a good time. If you're planning anything local that aren't on those dates that I just mentioned, also let me know. I'm trying to fill up some room on the calendar. Safety first, kiddos. Oh, that never gets old. There's this epic crack that happens right at about 2,400 RPMs. If it popped and crackled more in a broader range of RPMs, I probably wouldn't like it all that much, but a tiny little subtle range of crack is actually very enjoyable. So on my list of to-dos today, the wife actually tasked me with a long list of things that I had to pick up from the local big box store, aka Lowe's or Home Depot. So we're taking a trip out to Lowe's, and I figured I'd bring you guys along, but it's not gonna be any average trip to Lowe's. So
we got tools that'll shape your house with ease. We got tools that'll make this remodel a breeze. We got hammers and nailers and saws and more. We got nail stud finders and sanders galore. We got outputs, inputs, and light switches too. We got cords that'll stretch down to Timbuktu. We got lights that'll shine with great finesse. We got lights that'll satisfy and nothing less. Come at Lowe's, we wear a red vest. At Lowe's, we're put to the test. At Lowe's, it's a store for homes. At Lowe's, we don't sit on our bones. At Lowe's, the customer is first. At Lowe's, we work till we burst. At Lowe's, call buttons go off. At Lowe's, we don't ever stop. Wow, it sounds like you guys have a lot of the stuff I need.
Fail. Total fail. Well, what I was gonna say before everything decided to come crashing down is that every time I go in there, I decide to buy like 1 or 2 extra things that I didn't necessarily venture into the store for, but found a need for while I was walking past them. Is anybody else ever guilty of that? Lowe's has a better selection for homeowners, whereas Home Depot is a little bit more contractor oriented, like trims and some interior finishings, Lowe's. But tool selection, in my personal opinion, Home Depot. Except for the fact that Lowe's did just recently adopt Craftsman, which I'm very pleased to see. I like Craftsman tools a lot. Maybe I'm a little bit torn. Tell you what guys, vlogging and trying to shop at a hardware store, not easy. I'm about to lose the trim for the second time. And we lost the shark. Hopefully that thing works. I didn't buy the extended warranty. So I know that we were bouncing all over the place here this afternoon, but thanks for spending it with me. I had fun bringing you guys along. It was a little different than what we were accustomed to, but hey, it's always good to change things up. Obviously, I have some trim work to do because all that flooring that I had sitting in my garage for an extended period of time, I installed all of that this weekend with the help of a good friend of mine. We laid about 800 square foot of floor. I got some touch-up stuff to do, and well, I think a cold beverage is gonna be mixed in there in between. So thank you all again for participating in the LBZ Dually giveaway. Stay tuned for communications on that. I will keep you guys updated here on my Instagram, which is down below, on the Enthusiast Instagram, which is below if you haven't followed it already, and of course on the Enthusiast site. So with that said, I'm gonna enjoy this lovely cruise and work on my left arm farmer stand. My Like League, I love you guys. Do what you do best. Tap that subscribe button on your way out. I promise you guys. I promise. I'll see you in the next upload.